It's the bye week on Liberty Mountain, but that doesn't mean it's an off week for the Liberty Flames coaching staff. I'm here with the head coach of the Flames, Turner Gill, after a 4-4 start to the season. And, Coach, I know that you got back in the win column this past week, got your first conference win. It's got to be a little extra pep in the step around the office this week, isn't it?
Well, it's a good thing here. We learned from our last two ball games and made some adjustments, and our kids played well, offense, defense, and special teams. This is probably our best overall game as far as overall making the right things to happen at the right time. So it's a good win for us. Kennesaw State is a good football team. They're going to win some football games.
You mentioned the record at 4-4. Obviously, that's not what anyone wanted or expected at this point in the season, but you've remained optimistic through this. Your last three games coming up, give us a few things that you are optimistic about coming into these.
Well, I think the first thing comes to mind, optimistic that we got a bye week this week. Then the second thing is we play another home game coming up after the bye week in front of our great fans. They gave us motivation, they gave us energy, and just like they do in every ball game, even in away games, they give us energy. But particularly in home games, it's great to know that we're going to have our last three ball games. 2 out of the 3 will be at home. And so I feel good about where we're at and where we're going. We'll continue to make a few more adjustments and be ready to play our best football game against Presbyterian.
You had 406 yards of offense on just 49 plays against Kennesaw State last week. I know that the big plays had a factor in that, and that's something that you wanted to get back to, isn't it?
Yeah, we talked about explosive plays. We wanted to get more explosive plays, meaning 15 yards as far as run plays and over 20 yards as far as pass plays. It's great to see Peterson get his thing going. Again, called a few good balls there short and then made some long runs, showed his speed, showed his capabilities of making big plays, and then outran a lot of people. And then he's been very good as far as blocking. He's done a lot of great things for us. So overall, I thought Josh Woodrum had a fantastic day. And I think stats-wise, it's not going to excite you, but Des Rice, fantastic running the football, powerful runner. Carried people on his back, ran through people, ran around people, outran some people. So I think without the stats, he probably was the most valuable player in the football game just because of the attitude, the way he ran the football.
Yeah, and the yards per rush, I think it was right around 5 or so for him. And then overall on the night, 6.1 yards per rush. Did some of that have to do with the fact that you were able to get Todd Macon and Buddy Edwards and some other guys involved as well, kind of split things up?
Yeah, we did make some adjustment there. We probably the biggest thing you saw there is we got Buddy Edwards got a lot more playing time at the fullback position. He's not going to carry the ball a whole lot anyway, but I thought he brought some energy with us too, and so he made big plays on 4th down as far as converting. We've had a little bit of trouble to get those things done, and so there was a lot of small things that happened that added up to big things for us to be successful against Kennesaw State, and we just want to continue that.
How much are you going to be looking at your red zone offense and defense here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we're going to look at both of those phases. Red zone on both sides of the ball. I thought we have to do a little bit better on the red zone defense. We haven't made them kick more field goals. Again, we hopefully they get some turnovers also in the red zone area, so we're going to work on that. Offensively there, we've been a little bit inconsistent as far as scoring touchdowns. This last ball game was very, very efficient and opportunistic as far as making the touchdown when we had to. So we will zero in on that and see a few more things that we need to make adjustments, and we'll continue to make adjustments each and every week, whether it's sometimes, most of the time it's been personnel. Every now and then there will be a little bit of schemes.
As far as special teams go, how much are you going to be evaluating the personnel on that side, even though I think they probably had one of their better games this past week. Damian King certainly looked like he can do some things in the kick return game. Does he maybe get some looks at punt return?
Yeah, we're going to evaluate all that personnel and schemes. We did make some improvement again, and every week we look at personnel, we look at schemes, do we make adjustments. I thought this was our first ball game where we won all the phases as far as on the special teams, and we talk about really the yards as far as making field position advantageous for us, and we did in this ball game. So we'll continue to evaluate that. We'll make adjustments if need be, and to help us to win every single football game that we can.
I don't think there's many serious injuries right now, but is this a good chance for some guys to kind of get over some dings and bumps?
Well, yeah, we're going to rest some people. There's no question about it. Particularly here, we're so late in the season as far as after 8 ball games. We're probably going to a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They're probably not going to take a whole lot of snaps this week at all. They may take a few little here and there, but we're really going to work on some younger guys and some guys who haven't had a whole lot of reps to give them more reps, and then to see if they can help us in this football game as we move forward.
And I know you can't talk specifics, but is this a big recruiting week for you too?
Well, yeah, we're going to go out recruiting. Guys are hitting the road here on Wednesday all the way through Friday and Saturday, and so we'll get back to here on Sunday and go to work against Presbyterian.
All right, well, I hope you get at least one day or so in there to put your feet up and take a little time off. But, Coach, we appreciate the time and wish you the best of luck coming up here in the bye week.
Well, thank you, and to God be the glory.
All right. right, that's the head coach of the Flames, Turner Gill. My name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.